Cop cars, they're everywhere, like sharks with wheels, prowling the neighborhood, looking for perps. The police car is a ubiquitous image, a physical embodiment of authority, just like your big bro. But have you ever wondered what's inside of them? What is it that turns a regular car into a police car? Well, wonder no more. It's time to go tire to siren, bumper to bumper on the Ford Police Interceptor Utility. It's not an Explorer, it's a Police Interceptor Utility. To understand what makes a cop car, you also have to understand that making a cop car takes two major ingredients. First is the car itself. Then it has to be upfitted with all the special equipment cops use every day. So first we're gonna look at the car, and then we're gonna look at all the police stuff. From the outside, the Ford Police Interceptor Utility looks like a standard Ford Explorer, but it's not. The Interceptor makes all its vroom vroom ponies with this aluminum block, aluminum head, 3.5 liter EcoBoost V6.
All right, hold on. So I did the research for this episode and got this part wrong. This engine is actually the 3.7 liter V6, which is not turbocharged. Still pretty good engine, not as fast as the EcoBoost, but just imagine that this engine is the 3.5 and not the 3.7. All right, see you later, bye.
The twin Garrett turbos produce about 11 PSI, kicking the V6 up to about 370 horsepower and 350 pounds of torque. Cops love the way that this car delivers power. The engine pushes out peak torque at 1,500 RPM all the way to 5 grand, meaning it can accelerate the same in any gear. Having the power on tap is super useful when you're on patrol. This engine makes more power than the previous gen Crown Vic cop car, but uses less gas. Now you may notice that the engine is mounted transversely like in a front wheel drive car, but here's the thing, muchacho. You know this thing is all-wheel drive. While the all-wheel drive system does send all the power to the front wheels during normal cruising, as soon as the car senses a loss of traction, the power gets sent to a wheel with grip. 100% of the power can be sent to one wheel if the rest are slipping all over the place in like mud or blood. From dead stop, the system preemptively sends power to the rear wheels, anticipating a lack of grip. That's more traction, baby. But how does the car split the power between the left and the right wheels? Well, if the left rear wheel is slipping, the system will engage the brake on that wheel so power gets sent to the other side. And this isn't just for wet roads and snow, it helps when chasing someone down too. I wouldn't know, because I don't chase people, I just chase the paper. Yeah, boy! In sharp turns, the stability control will direct power to the rear wheels so the front can spend their grip on steering the car. This helps the officers behind the wheel by doing a lot of the thinking for them. Otherwise, they'd have to drive like they were Group B instead of focusing on traffic. One of the officers that hooked us up with this car was telling me that they recently took this to the track and everybody was really, really impressed by the way it handled. Good job, Ford. The Interceptor is basically like the Bluesmobile.
It's got cop tires, cop suspension, cop shocks.
This car's got cop tires, cop suspension, cop brakes, a bunch of stuff to make it handle as well as a bajillion pound car can handle. These things stop on the side of the road all the time, and the likelihood of someone smashing into them is higher than you might think. Luckily, the Explorer Interceptor has been beefed up in the back and is rated for a mind-blowing 75-mile-an-hour impact to the rear. And these modifications come together to make the most capable police car Ford, or you know what, anyone else has ever built. This car was outfitted by West Coast Lights and Sirens in Riverside, California, right down the street from the Tummy Stuffer on the 215. You're welcome, Tummy Stuffer, I love your name. One of the very first things West Coast bolts on is this Satina push bar. These little pads here are made of rubber so they're replaceable in case it gets all messed up during a pit maneuver or pushing down a gate to bust down a meth lab. Right below the bash bar, you got your siren and your intercom, so you can be like,
just walk away, and there will be an end to the horror.
Now this next piece, might be the most important modification on the entire car. Right after a word from our sponsor. Hey guys, this episode of Bumper to Bumper is sponsored by Honey. If you don't know what it is, Honey is a sweet browser extension that automatically finds and applies coupon codes to your online orders. I use it whenever I shop for car parts online, and believe me, I have saved so much sweet cash. All it takes to install is 2 clicks over at joinhoney.com/bumper. There's really no reason not to use Honey. It's free to use and easy to install on your computer in just 2 clicks. So shop with confidence. Get Honey for free at joinhoney.com/bumper. That's joinhoney.com/bumper. Honey, the smart shopping assistant that saves you time and money. Thanks again to Honey for sponsoring this episode of B2B. This is what makes a cop car a cop car. The light bar. This one is made by Federal Signal. We all dread seeing red and blue lights flash in our rearview mirror, but that's not the only thing this puppy can do. The LEDs can change between a bunch of different modes depending on what the officer wants. You need to light up a big area? There's also different flash options that can help direct traffic. See, it's not just there to pull you over, it's also there to tell you that they just pulled someone else over. If you've ever watched a live police chase on the internet or on the television, you may have noticed the numbers on top of the cars. These allow the car to be identified from the air, so a helicopter can direct the cruiser towards persons of interest with ease. Hey, Keith, the guy is down there. Nope. Or Keith, come on, man. The police also get access to a special light that has dubious legality for the rest of us. And it's right down here. This spotlight lets officers check out dark alleyways and tinted cars from the safety of the driver's seat. It's also very helpful when you're disciplining your son. I know you ate all the cookies, you little perp, you little perpy perp. When you buy a retired police car, sometimes the spotlight can be left on it, but you're not allowed to use it like you're a cop, because that's called impersonating a police officer, and that's crime. And then you become the bad guy, and then you get put back here. I can't believe I'm in a cop car right now. Last time I was in one of these, it was a very bad day. Let's just say that I wasn't sitting in the front. Okay, the interior of a cop car. Up here, we got one of the coolest parts of the whole thing. This is the Unitrol Series B Smart Controller. It's the control center that allows the driver and their partner to operate all of the exterior features like the sirens and the lights. I've always wanted to mess around with this stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. There's 17 buttons up here and a toggle switch. Now, the toggle switch has 3 settings. That's code 1, code 2, and code 3. Woo, woo, woo! There's bank robbery! We gotta go buff these perps! Oh, cool, takedown. That one shoots missiles. I'm just kidding, it just turns on a light. Hellraiser mode. Down below we have the radio, which is how officers communicate with dispatch, and the main reason you can't get away from the cops. You can maybe outrun this 370 horsepower Interceptor, but you cannot outrun the radio. Excuse me, sir. Your butt is too fat. Mounts in the middle with a magnet that's super strong. Don't put your finger in between the magnet and the thing. I did, it hurt. The Interceptor is also outfitted with mobile digital communicators, really heavy duty laptops that can swivel back and forth. This is where an officer gets the bulk of their work done. Also in the car, and I'm kind of disappointed that they took it out, is this alligator clip, which holds shotgun. You unlock that with this button right here. Besides all of this cop equipment, the driver's compartment is exactly like a Ford Explorer. You gots to stay comfortable when you're spending about 80% of your long shift sitting in your car. And that's actually what the officers I've talked to like most about these Interceptors. The old Crown Vics were sedans, they were low, and when you're getting in and out of your car nearly 40 times a day, it starts to take a toll on your back. Ever since this was introduced, cops all over are talking about how much better their backs feel. Open the back doors though, and the Interceptor gets a little less fun. I don't like this. It could be argued that where I'm sitting right now is what makes a police car, the holding cell. If you are back here, you are having a bad day. But despite being as bare bones as possible, the back of this car is just as advanced as the front. This entire cell is a one-piece unit. From the plastic seat, it flows into the floor, which turns into a partition, walling off whoever's back here from the driver's compartment. It also makes cleanup really easy, should any fluids be expelled. In my case, tears. The windows are barred. That's a relatively new thing. The seat belt is another relatively new innovation. It unbuckles right here and buckles down here. This allows the officer to buckle in the perp without reaching over them and exposing themselves to danger. The hinge has been extended so that the rear door opens a full 90 degrees, making it easier to put someone back here that doesn't necessarily want to be back here. It also doesn't have door handles inside out. Oh, cute cop car. Now this is where they keep all the fun stuff that they don't want us to play with, like riot gear, duffel bags full of other riot gear or weapons that they took out. Up here you have your more disposable items, stuff like gloves. Oh, cool, fingerprint kit. Seriously, dude, it's a fingerprint kit. Dude, sick. Very, very cool. If trunks are your thing, it is worth mentioning that the Interceptor also comes in a sedan with the same drivetrain and upgrades. But the coolest part is you can buy either of them, this one or the sedan, for like $10,000. There's a million of them on the internet. That is the best deal available in America right now. 370 horsepower, twin turbo, V6, all-wheel drive monster. You throw a cop tune on this thing? Woo, buddy! These Interceptors, in my opinion, are one of the coolest cop cars America ever had. In 30 years, we're gonna be looking back like super nostalgic, thinking about these things. Man, remember when they made those Explorer Interceptors? Now all we got is these death robots. Huge, huge, huge shout out to the Oxnard Police Department, specifically the drag program. The drag program is an after school thing that allows high school juniors and seniors to work on cars instead of being out in the streets doing dumb stuff. Big, big thanks to our location, Port Hueneme, which was voted 2017's greenest port. Thanks for watching Bumper to Bumper. I'm gonna make a new one of these every Tuesday until the day I die. Up to Speed is still every Thursday. Follow me on Instagram at James Pumphrey. Follow Donut at Donut Media. If you guys like this video, it'd be great if you could take a second and click the like button. It really helps us out. I love you. 1098. That's cop talk for we're out.